walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If we could learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Oh, believe in yourself, for that's the place to start. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. To learn to work and play and get along with each other. What a wonderful kind of day. What a wonderful kind of day.
Hey! Hey! DW! Hey! Whoa!
Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If we could learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Oh, believe in yourself, for that's the place to start. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. To learn to work and play and get along with each other. What a wonderful kind of day. What a wonderful kind of day.
Hey! Hey! DW! Hey! Whoa!
Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If we could learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Oh, believe in yourself, for that's the place to start. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. To learn to work and play and get along with each other. What a wonderful kind of day. What a wonderful kind of day.
Hey! Hey! DW! Hey! Whoa!
Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If we could learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Oh, believe in yourself, for that's the place to start. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. To learn to work and play and get along with each other. What a wonderful kind of day. What a wonderful kind of day.
Hey! Hey! DW! Hey! Whoa!
Hello. Welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. Oh. Cat goes down here for this game. You can see Theo's tail waving. That's good. Alright, we're ready for the main mission. I don't know if this is the end of the game, end of the campaign or not. Or if there's going to be more after this. So we'll see. We might finish this tonight. Who knows? I mean, the internet knows, I guess. People have played this game before. But, you know. We don't know. I don't know. A little bit tired. That's okay. I assume I did this. No, I didn't. Alright. Well, we'll read some BBS posts before we go. Has anyone noticed some really weird graffiti scrawled right by the Huey entrance to the walled city? Free enterprise is not so free when corps have rigged prosperity. Oh shit. Yeah, it's all over town actually. How about this one, right on Queensway? Whom exactly does the council serve? What fate do treacherous tigers deserve? That's a rhyme, I guess, technically. I don't know what that one is. That one doesn't seem like it's hinting at anything. A dig at Eastern Tiger? Or the whole corrupt lot of them? Down to the anti-megacorp sentiment, but the diversification could use a little work. Lame. But it's not just about megacorps. Spotted this one by the Hung Hom Ferry Pier. Bullets erupt at 3:45. Who's the SDU searching for? Oh. I know everybody ever picked up a can of spray painting in HK, but I don't recognize this work. I suspect that we're dealing with some kind of collective movement. Tigers might not even be working together. What? What? Tagamit, is any of the graffiti in all caps? Did you see any, like, tiny little footprints in the paint? For the last time, Pinky, you're not being stalked by robot ants. I mean, you know. You don't think it's so funny when they come for you. Please help. I'm wedged in a pipe in the Lambda power station. I was making a discreet exit via a disused pipe system when my gear got hooked on something. Now I'm trapped in this fragging pipe and my partner's not answering his PDA. We'll split the pay if you get me out and help me complete this job. Shenzhen Joe, are you listening? This could be the milk run that we were waiting on. Just retrieving some guy from the exit. Piece of cake, considering the main job's already done. Slow down, DC. Can we hear a little bit more about your situation, Sticky Widget 36? Hey, Shenzhen Joe, I'm relieved you saw this. Sending you the blueprints now, plus my coordinates. I'll owe you big time. Considering how much trouble you get yourself into, you tend to say that a lot. Okay, got your files, and, Sticky, are you underwater? Could be. You could probably bring scuba gear and some kind of laser cutting device. No, Sticky. You do understand what happens if we cut into an underwater pipe while you're in it, right? Okay, we're not doing it Sticky's way, but we can come up with another plan, right? We are helping Sticky, yeah? Georgie, my friend, this is the very definition of not a milk run. More push pins! You guys, I got the caffeine shivers real bad, so I braved going outside. I shouldn't have. Do tell. It isn't. I came back to this. You should consider your actions before you act. Enjoy your calf. J. Just as weird as the previous message you got. 5 syllables, 7 syllables, another 5 syllables, counting the J. I think you're being menaced by haiku, Pinky. Didn't Jivebot speak in haikus? You know, the poetry program that fused with those rogue ESPs and started speaking in all caps? Were the push pins themselves all caps, Pinky? Yeah. The push pins were all caps. Rogue ESPs, you said? Are they dangerous? Before you flip out, think about it, people. How's a virtual entity going to write poems in meat space? And why would it aim them at Pinky? She's never hurt anybody. Well, that run I was telling you about was in this lab, see? And they were working on these tiny robots that work together to move heavy objects. Basically, robot ants. Anyway, I might have let them go, you know, on accident. So they should be grateful to you. Just to get this straight, you're afraid that runaway poetry software is forcing a bunch of robot ants to leave you threatening messages written in thumbtacks. Pushpins. They were pushpins, not thumbtacks. What's the difference between a pushpin and a thumbtack? I don't actually know. Dang, you're coming through all those police file entries. Lots are boring misdemeanors, but here's a zinger. Kendall Chan, Cram Fiend, robbed banks to feed the monkey. No convictions yet. Well, that sounds about right, except for the fact that I don't have a problem with Cram, man. I can barely remember the last time I used. Yeah, right, Funk. But check this out. Assassin Lee Wong gave the pigs his client list, raiding Johnson soon. Ooh, I wouldn't like that spread all over the Matrix about me, true or not. Grekeljoie? I think Yankee Noodle jacked out post haste. You don't think somebody's in deep shih tzu? Going to the dogs, says Georgie Corgi. Alright. I don't remember if we talked to people or not. Maybe we didn't? I don't think we did. Also, we have a robot now. I forgot. We got a robot. Duncan looks up from his seat on the floor locker and meets your gaze a strange expression on his face. He looks uneasy, but eager. He stands. Alright, Cade. It's time. Nothing left to do now but go get justice for Carter. Suits me fine. Dragging your feet too much already. Don't dip your head too far into the revenge well, Duncan. Never pays off the way you think it will. I see your mouth moving, and I hear what it's saying. But you don't have to worry about me, Cade. I got this. This has been a long time coming. You and I both know that. So let's get it over with. Did you do something to your room? It feels different. Duncan leans his head back, puzzled look on his face. No. He looks around the cabin. What are you talking about? This reminds me of a story I just heard. Duncan pulls off his goggles and looks around him. He didn't have his goggles on in the first place. What story? Because I'm telling you, I haven't changed anything. Let's just hope I'm wrong, okay? I don't actually remember what the story is. You can see Duncan's irritation growing. The muscles in his neck tense up. What the hell are you telling me? Spit it out, Cade. Do you believe in ghosts? I mean, ghosts are like known entities in Shadowrun, right? It's a world with spirits. That's literally what I do, is conjure spirits. I guess I don't know if specifically ghosts are. I'm pretty sure. No, we had a ghost in our pocket in the first campaign, the main campaign, because we defeated it, and then we put it into a token that I carried around just in case I ever needed to summon it again. Ghosts 100% exist, and Duncan knows they do. I heard a couple of sailors talking about some mysterious drownings around here. It sounded like they were saying a poltergeist was behind the murders. He leans away from you, groans, grabs his face in his hand, and talks to the floor. Are you shitting me? A ghost? As in, not the kind that Gobbet summons? but an actual dead person with rattling chains and white sheet over his head. Again, Duncan, the kind of spirit that Gavit summons, and that I also summon. Thank you very much. I know I don't do it very much, but I do it. Also includes an actual dead person with rattling chains and white sheet over his head. Look, Cade, the Sixth World is a strange place, but I'm not an idiot. I don't know how to follow this half-assed prank of yours. Done. Get out. Are we actually just messing with Duncan? I have completely lost this thread. It's like, did we actually just make this up to fuck with Duncan for some reason? Shh. Did you feel that? It's just the window. I probably left it open. Now stop this. Duncan, you don't have any windows in here. He stops himself and turns to examine the walls. No windows. Watch him run his tongue nervously across his bottom teeth. This is bullshit. There's no such thing as... It's the ghost! Duncan reels backward, almost tripping over the dilapidated floorboard and slams into the wall with a thud. His expression changes from shifts from horror to an embarrassed fury that you haven't seen since you were kids. Motherfucking fuck! He leaps to his feet and roars at you. Get out! I'm just gonna laugh. His whisper suddenly drops in volume to a menacing whisper. Leave now. You can tell he's crossed the point of no return. Well, I guess we don't get to hear about him. All you can hear behind you is the heavy panting of Duncan as he watches you walk away. Hey, again! I guess we do get to hear what he thinks about the last run. What a weird thing. Why is that there? I mean, it's funny, because Duncan is a fun person to mess with, but it just feels very unprompted. So man, usually this game requires to be turned down super, but it's like really quiet tonight for some reason. I don't know why that is. What did you think of the last run? Not what I expected. Seems like whenever we get a straightforward run, it always hits a point where it veers off in 50 different directions. Yeah, funny that. Breaks into lab, get cure, leave, collect our payment. Instead it turns into break into lab, everything goes to hell on a rocket sled, scramble to find a way out. I mean, that's actually the expected thing for Shadowruns. But one thing's still bugging me, it's definitely that doc. What was her name? Janet? Muscles in his jaw roll as he grinds his teeth. Like, she's still out there. The power to create those nightmare diseases is giving me a headache. People like her make me sick, trying to convince us that her intentions are good. No matter what she said, she was just a corporate pawn. As opposed to you, the corporate cop. Diseases like SARS-3 wouldn't even be a problem if people like her didn't try to justify their actions. I don't care what good you do, lady. It doesn't make up for the bad. Well, we got through it, mess and all. Earned a few bruises, and by the end of the day, things worked out the way they should have. The facility got crippled. We got paid. I'm happy to have a little robot buddy. Hey, Isabel. Isabel leans back against the octopus, her neck tilted back so that her head can rest on a thick rope of twisted wires and cables. Her misty white persona stares down on you, a wall-mounted display. Persona's white eyes look back at you. With her hands on hips, she leaves a sword. Can't talk right now, Cade Wolf. I'm busy. Real busy. What's so important that you had to blow me off? The crackle static from the displays speakers as Isabel's avatar sucks air through her teeth. Her voice quickens. Alright, I'm in the middle of a fight, but I'm winning, so it's no big deal. I'm destroying this Matrix jockey who's gone too far with his jokes. Got him locked in the system right now, but it's fine. He doesn't pose a danger or anything. He's a cyber bully? Yeah, sure, whatever. He's been harassing good people for weeks. The punishment is completely warranted. I've got to get back to it. I'll break free from my torture program and... Torture? You said this wasn't dangerous. Persona lifts her shoulders with a quick shrug. Not to us. It's not dangerous. Listen, I can't monitor him while I'm talking to you. He could Shit, he got around my lockout. He's probably back in meat space, pissing in pants right about now. Damn it, wasn't done with him yet. She clucks her tongue in disappointment. Her head dips dejectedly. Persona begins to fade from the screen. Isabel's body twitches, and her eyes flutter. She slowly raises her head and pushes herself up off the floor. A sideways frown greets you before words catch up. Next time I'll lock my door. Can you lock your door? That would also lock Gobbet out. Like, you don't have your own room. It's kind of a common room you just occupied. Which is weird, because, like, where do you go to get dressed? Do you not? I don't know. Because this seems to be your bed. Quote unquote. Well, now that you've got my undivided attention, what is this you desperately wanted to talk about? You seem like you keep yourself pretty busy. You ever get bored? Yes, this is very important stuff that I want to talk about. She purses her lips. Only when I talk to you. Rude. She smiles wickedly. Can't blame me for that one. You walked right into that. I mean, maybe. Smile drops. She's all business again. Answer your question. No. I find it a wonder that anyone can manage to find themselves bored in this city, ever. It takes a special kind of creativeness to let yourself get bored here. The circumstances I've found tiresome are when someone dull is talking, or if I'm stuck in a job with the wrong people. Green runners, the wait in a haystack for 5 hours before we strike kind of idiots who always die a couple runs into the game. Shudder's the thought. 5 horrible itchy hours laying in that haystack. Hey now! Just because some people like to be cautious, take their time. I don't want to think about it anymore. You need anything else? Got plans for after we finish off Crate? Definitely. She rests a loving hand on one of her terminal's many external drives. Got plenty of upgrades that you need to perform on the Octopus. Gotta try converting it to a mineral oil cooling system. It's the new hotness on the boards. Mineral oil? How does that even work? Imagine a computer in a fish tank. Now imagine the fish tank is filled with non-conductive, easily cooled mineral oil. And bubbles and lights. Achieve victory. Well, best of luck with that then. As if I needed luck. We didn't go on last run. Well, guess this is it, huh? I mean, we've done everything else that the people around here had for us. The Icon Tower run, the gig in the Undersea Lab. Copy editing. Nothing left to do but hit the police station and get the evidence the task force needs to take Crate down. Looks that way. Good, because I want to see that woman suffer. She had her people put a bullet through Nightjar's head. And gut shots, I guess, but nobody cares about him. Daimon, if you're not here yet, I'm gonna have to send you that. Nightjar, though, he's been waiting too long for justice already. Now that we've exhausted our other options, maybe we can go on and get it for him. Can I? Oh, darn it. I'm trying to figure out how to take a screenshot. I guess I should do that. I was trying to do it with the snipping tool so I could just take the dialogue, but... That's the plan, Jobbit. She nods slowly. I'm gonna hold you to that. Don't tell me why you're here. How are your rats doing? Shrugs. Madness and folly are fine. Give them food and a place to hide, and they can adapt to pretty much anything. Kind of inspirational that way, you know. Give me something to look up to. You look up to your pet rats. Oh! I wish I had somebody to look up to like that. Sadly, everyone I know is beneath me. I think Gobbet would appreciate this, so... She smirks at you. Keep telling yourself that, superior being. Inflate that ego. Me, I don't need to puff myself up to be happy. Madness and folly are like role models to me, and I'm happier for it. Capital R rat is a spirit totem. Madness and folly are rodents he pulled out of a dumpster. Not the same thing, Gobbit. Fair enough. Consider the subject dropped. Where's my... I want to talk about it. I wasn't trying to be mean. Good. I love Madness and folly, so lay off. She strokes Folly's coat. The rodent chirps happily and immediately sinks his teeth into her finger. Though everybody just seems mad at me, and I don't know why. Why is suddenly people, like, mad? They still have some behavior problems, sometimes, but I still... Her sentence devolves into a series of yelps and grunts as she tries to wrestle the animal's jaws open. You want some help with that? No, I'll be fine. Besides, you'll hurt her. She flicks Folly on the nose with her fingernail, and the fat rat finally releases her finger. Gobbit whisked her hand to her mouth, sucks on the wound. See, it all worked out in the end. If that's your takeaway, who am I to argue? No one, that's who. She takes a deep breath, thrusts her bleeding finger in a glass of alcohol at a nearby table. Kindly steer this conversation off my furry darlings onto something else. Distract me so I don't catch Folly and wring her traitor's little neck. What do you think of the last run? I'm not really big at taking jobs in the water. You already know why. She wraps her arms around her chest, hugging herself. I still have nightmares about the sinking ship. You know, about what went down there, the shiny object, and the Rat King, and all that. Yeah, that was pretty messed up, even by our standards. Yeah, I mean, it's not a demon queen covered in teeth, but it's still pretty bad. Tell me about it. And ever since, well, runs on boats creep me out, that's all. As it turns out, though, labs under the water are perfectly fine with me. No idea why, but didn't feel the same at all. Didn't raise my hackles or nothing. It's like going to Uncle Huang's super aquaritorium in the Sai Kung district back before it went bankrupt and had to raffle off all its fish. Anyway, the lab itself was no problem. Pretty even. Could have done without the psychotic meat puppets and the horrible diseases, but you know how it is. Beggars can't be choosers. What did you think of the last run? A fascinating job, one that I was happy to take part in. The experiments that Shiawazo conducting in that lab were quite intriguing, from the work that they were doing on SARS 3 to the sleeper agents that they were creating by the Silver Dream Project. It was all good science, ethical concerns notwithstanding. I am thankful that you allowed Janet Tang to live. It would have been within your rights to kill her, of course. She obstructed us at every turn, and we have put others into the sword for much less. God, when Ractor agrees with my decision, you know you feel bad about it. All that being said, she remains a brilliant scientist and a contributor to the advancement of human knowledge. Take comfort in knowing that she'll continue to do so. Hold up. SARS 3 and the Silver Dream are the kinds of advancement that our species would be better off without. No, my friend, I cannot agree with such an assertion. Ignorance is never preferable to knowledge. It may be easier in some cases, but that doesn't make it better. Who knows what other breakthroughs the development of SARS 3 might lead to? Cats? Cats? Aww. Cuties. What secrets of human consciousness the Silver Dream Project might lay bare? And how can you assign a value to all the future good that might flow from those cascading discoveries? Wow, Ractor. Yes, Silver Dream and SARS 3 are both harmful applications of Shiawazo's research, and the proliferation of either would have disastrous human consequences. On this we are agreed. But I cannot condemn the science behind them. What'd you think of the last run? That's what we asked him before. Hey Gaichu. Gaichu's hunched over, holding something long and thin in one hand and a short knife in the other. He shifts in place. After a moment, you see he's carving a stick. It's already notched several holes into the wood. It's busily trying to form it into an approximation of a flute. It appears to be struggling with the task. Let me see here. Maybe that will be better. He lifts the flute to his lips and blows. It produces a drunken warble, the sort that might be uttered by a dying bird, assuming that it was underwater at the time. Gaichu narrows his milky white eyes at the flute, then hurls it into the corner of the room. I know my limitations. Carving a flute is apparently beyond me, unless my goal is to frighten children. Well then, what may I do for you? You ever think about Ishida and the rest of your team? Not especially. After our battle, I made the decision not to dwell in the earlier parts of my life. If killing my former comrades is what it took to free myself, it would do them a disservice to undermine their sacrifice. Gaichu folds his arms over his chest. It was a necessary act. You convinced me of that. I still believe that you were correct. Now that I consider it, it is likely I would not be here with you now. Had Nine and I acted, I likely would have fled Hong Kong. Eh. I bit my tongue slightly. That's what the meh. Alright. So there's somebody down there. Yeah, what's up with you? Yeah, I can't get enough of you because I don't know why you exist. This must not be the end, right? And I mean, I wouldn't think it would be the end, but can I not go in and talk to them? Weird. Figured I would be able to go talk to the bosses. Also can't talk to the hacker guy. Hacker man. Back so soon. What do you sell? Oh, you sell some melee weapons, some decks. Oh, I do sell a bunch of money. Yeah, this one's just straight up better than this one, so it's between these two. It's better evasion, this is much better. Each has 100 more HP, but this is another action point. One right now is that. We've been dealing with 225, so seems fine. Did I buy these? I don't remember. Show me what I own. Okay, it does show me. So I still only own the ones. I would want... No, not that. That. We want that one. That one. That one. That one. How many programs? 6. Guess that one maybe. Maybe that one. That's 6. Let's go. Should we actually take Isabel with us, actually, after I bought all that? I feel like maybe we should take Isabel. Because it's personal, you know. I think she would want to be there. Ractor and Gaichu don't have any connection to this. So, I think that's fair. What does Isabel have? Oh, right, she has a grenade launcher. Yeah, let's go. Let's go! The drunken mistake screams over Kowloon Bay, cutting through gray weather and grayer waters. Around you, grim faces watch the skyline ahead as Jomo steers you toward Krait's headquarters, the Tiger's Den. Q and Lamb have assured you that if everything goes to plan, the run should be relatively low risk. Ample experience tells you the plans often go astray, and that low-risk shadow runs rarely stay that way. But you also know that the reward for this run outweighs the risk. The incriminating data from the den's evidence room should be more than enough to bury Krait, expose her client, and cement your position with Kindly Chang forever. Jomo cuts the engines, and the drunken mistake drifts towards the station's loading box. Loading dock. It's go time. You get another grenade, I think. What's this one? Okay, it's just a flashbang. Flashbang. These flashbangs are neat, but they're not. Yeah, see, Mummy Spirit Talisman. Cyrano Long Dead Sorcerer. A straight up ghost, Duncan. Straight up. That's what it is. It's a fucking ghost. Me. Okay. Seems good enough. You have unspent karma. Would you like to spend it? Oh, no unspent karma. Did I really spend all my karma? The wood of the dock feels comfortingly solid under your feet. Your stomach lurches anyway, the legacy of a long, bumpy trip hidden under a tarp in Jomo's speedboat. The sound of water sloshing beneath your feet isn't helping. Am I not used to the water now? I've been living on a boat for a while. I mean, obviously a speedboat is different, but still. Remind me not to do that again. Seriously. Next time I'll swim if it comes to it. Okay, I guess Gobbet's even more at home in the water, so I guess she's, despite her more recent discomforts. Captain Jomo barks out a laugh. Wouldn't recommend that, beautiful girl. Lots of sharks out there, both normal and awakened. Nastier things, too. Aw, Jomo thinks Gobbet is beautiful. Any one of them would be all too happy to snap up a little thing like you. Gobbet's not very little. She's taller than Duncan, I think. Sharks, huh? That's down at the water, his mouth curling into a frown. We'll keep that in mind. I will wait here with the boat. You come back to me when your business is done, and I will take you home. Gestures at a uniformed constable in the distance. She nods slightly in response. You see her? That lady there, PC Chung, is your contact. She can get you into the building. What's her deal? Is she with the task force? Ask her herself. I just drive boat. He waves you away with a gnarled hand. Go on, raid your police station. I will wait here with the drunken mistake, protect her from the advances of any swine who might try to impound her. You do that, Jomo. Casts a longing look back at his speedboat. Don't leave us waiting too long, La. Jomo is possessed of many fine qualities, but patience is not one of them. We'll make this as fast as we can. Constable Chung. Constable beckons you forward nervously. She's doing her best to stay calm, but you can see that she's sweating. As you approach, her gaze keeps flitting back to the station door. You're here. Right on time. Good. She brushed a strand of hair out of her eyes. I don't think I could have waited much longer. Nice to meet you, too. She raised her finger to her lips, stressing you. Don't use my name. In fact, just don't speak. I'm in a compromising enough position as it is. She reaches into one of her voluminous pockets and fishes out an object. A slip of plastic, slick and shiny, connected to an alligator clip. I've never heard that referred to as an alligator clip before, but I instantly know what she means. Take this. You're going to need it. Seriously? A visitor badge? With integrated electronics, it'll mark you as friendly to the station's security system. If you try to enter the Tiger's Den without one of those clipped to you automated systems that sound a general alarm. Every copy of the building will converge on your location. I hope you brought 4 of them. They only issue these things at the front gate, and only after a thorough security check. Constables on the floor are used to seeing them. As long as you don't do anything to rouse their suspicion, you should be okay. Anyone who sees you on the ground level will assume that you're supposed to be here. And this badge of yours, will it get us up to the 2nd floor? No. I was able to get you the badges, but I don't work the security desk. That's where you need to go to get access to the elevator. Tell you what though, the desk sergeant on duty, Sheng, is a friend. Tell him you need to meet with Mia and admin to go over some paperwork, and he'll upgrade your badge's clearance rating. I've seen him do it 100 times. Any more advice before we do this? Not really. I think that's everything. There aren't many constables in the building, just enough to keep the place running and make sure that the interrogation room subjects don't escape. Should be pretty dead in there. What about automated security? Drones, turrets, that sort of thing? No drones. You've got nothing to worry about there. She paused a moment, considering. There are some turrets in the training rooms upstairs near the evidence room, but they're loaded with low-velocity rounds. They're strictly non-lethal. And besides, you shouldn't need to go anywhere near those rooms anyway. On the off chance that your cover gets blown early, you might have to shoot your way to the evidence room. I don't much like the thought of that, but I know that it might happen. I'm going to steer clear of the station until you and your pirate friend are cleared out. If you do wind up going loud, I don't want to catch a stray bullet. Understood. Yeah, I'm not going to try and get her involved. She taps the code on the PDA in her wrist and you hear a buzzing sound. The door pops open. There you go. Get in there. And if you get caught, we've never met. Don't worry, we've got it covered. You'd better, putting my ass in line to help you here. My life is very much in your hands. If you're that worried, why'd you agree to go along with this in the first place? Creighton or people, what they're doing is fucked. Everybody knows, the station knows it. Nobody wants to make waves. When Q approached me, I saw my chance to do something. To be a good guy for a change. Figured I owed it myself a try. Again, all Kreit's doing is taking money directly from the corporations instead of filtered through the government that is openly run by corporations. Like, she's betraying competition or something, you know, like by favoring individual corporations rather than the corporate collective. But there's no pretense that any of these people are interested, even, you know, there's not even, like I said, the pretense that they're interested in the good of anything. It's very strange. Tonally. She pauses, her eyes flitting away. I know, totally cornball, right? Like some cliche out of an old movie, but I guess I'm doing it anyway. Go ahead and take that for what you will. Now go on, do your job. Get Lamb and Q what they need to bring this place down. Wow. Just... Ooh. Yes, please. Picked up an evidence bag. Picked up a crumpled note. Picked up some Numia. 17. An evidence bag filled with SIM chips. Seal's been broken, indicating it has been tampered with. Based on the paper insert, they're BTLs. The last person to check the bag out is Constable Ah Young. Crumpled note. It reads, Ah Young, I need you to finish the following tasks before clocking out. I'm not going to have a chance to. This is followed by a bullet-pointed list of bureaucratic duties. I do have Unspent karma. Huh. I guess we have an autosave at the start of this. Hey everybody. Ah, that's the... Trying to get some lay of the land here. Okay. Bookshelf. Shelf sags another weighty assorted papers, folders, and trinkets that have been stacked on top of it. Search the shelf. Instead about rummaging through the shelf's contents, lifting mounts of paperwork, filtering through file folders, repositioning awards, plastic collectibles, how much can really be on one shelf? Tucked away in one of the folders, you find an old cred stick. Looks well worn. I think it's seen a lot of use. Keep searching. Or as you might, you don't find anything else. Oh, it was literally just money. Okay, that's weird, I think. Whoop. Well, it takes you a moment to size up what's happening in this room. A bound suspect, handcuffed to a chair, doubled over and leaning forward. A red-faced, sweating HKPF constable standing over him, his hands bunched into fists. I don't know who you are, but you better close that fucking door. Constable slams his fist in the bound man's stomach. Shut it. Now! Beaten suspects. The suspect's voice comes out in a ragged gasp. He's fighting for air. Help me. I'm in charge of anything. He's just beating. Constable's fist pistons out again, this time connecting with the bound man's side. You hear the gunshot crack of snapping ribs. Shut the damn door. Elda, let's talk this over. His jaw clenches and he turns to face you, all trembling fury. His lip curls. You step back out out that door right now, or I'll get you a chair of your own. You hear me, punk? Back off. No, we're just gonna shoot everyone. We are gonna go back, but oh, is it really? It's just, yeah, I should have saved. We'll still do that, but I just want to like go do the other stuff here first. I'm just like, I am a little bit like, I don't need more giant combats anymore in this game. Because it seems like the combats in this bonus campaign have just been really long and big. And it's like, it feels like a weird decision because, like, fictionally, they are all much, much smaller scale than what we dealt with in the main campaign towards the end. Even some of the earlier stuff in the main campaign. But, you know, it just feels like they wanted to, you know, for the people like, oh, we got to go bigger, we got to have more and harder. It's like, what is wrong with just, it seems like you could just made it basically, you know, it doesn't have to be hard for it to be meaningful, I guess. That's my... Just, but it seems like that's kind of where it's ended up. And hard just being long, fatiguing. is unfortunate. Desk Sergeant looks up from a book of crossword puzzles, his nose wrinkling in irritation. Fumbles for an oversized hand scanner, lifts it to your chest, and sweeps a beam of laser light over the barcode on your visitor badge. What can I do for you, Miss, Gave shifts to the screen of Speedy A. Reads the name of the scan pulled off your badge. Miss Weber? Good evening, Sergeant Shang? Shakes his head brusquely. No, shift change. Shang's on a smoke break. You want something or what? Got a second to answer a question? Just asked me one, didn't you? Glares at you, frowning. Look, this isn't a help desk, but you already pulled me away from what I was doing, so go ahead and ask what you want. Anything strange been going around the station lately? Anything strange? What do you mean by that? Nothing, I was just making small talk. I'll take your small talk somewhere else. I'm a busy man, I got better things to do than chit-chat with nosy strangers. Cerrito, crossword puzzle isn't gonna solve itself. Eyes narrows. Who let you into the station, smartass? What's the name of the constable who let you through that door? I didn't catch his name. Really? Okay. Let's check the logs. He screened you. Should give us the name you're looking for. Turns to a terminal set in the desk inside. Your arrival keystrokes displays tilted away from you. You can see what's on screen. It says here that Zaho let you in just about 15 minutes ago. He stares at you smiling. That sound right? No, I don't think it was Zaho. I think it was an M name. M name. Your nose wrinkles. He looks up at you from the screen. Back to you. Mock? Mui? Mia, an admin. Okay, now you're just fucking with me. I've got no patience for jokes like you. None at all. Get your ass back to security or I'll haul you there myself. Don't bother me again. He's already staring at his crossword puzzle. The only response it gives you is a non-committal grunt. The desk sergeant retreats to the other side of the desk with a puzzle. Gava lowers her voice to a whisper. That could have gone better. Shark, still, you're able to talk to the guy. Nobody sounded any alarm bells. That's a good sign. Really? Because I'm kind of regretting that I didn't put a bullet in it. Hey, if we blow our cover, maybe we can. But for now, I say we explore around a little. Maybe talk to some people. With luck, we'll find another way up without going loud. But it's your call. I'll back you whatever you choose to do. Door guard eyes you warily as you approach. She looks jittery and alert. A wastepaper basket at her side's been filled overflowing with styrofoam coffee cups and crumpled cigarette packets. She holds up a hand to stop you. Sorry, can't let you through here. Holding cells are off limits to visitors. I've been retained as legal counsel for one of your detainees. I'm here to see my client. She examined a skeptical look on her face. You are not dressed like a lawyer. I dress this way to make my clients more comfortable. I blend. She shakes her head incredulously. Uh-huh. Of course you do. What's your client's name? PDA's on the fridge. Show me the list and I'll point him out. She glances agitatedly at her PDA. Her foot begins tapping. That isn't how this works. You have to tell me. You can drag this out forever if you want, or you can show me the damn list and get me out of your hair. Your call. She sighs through clenched teeth. Points to the display on the wall. 3 names appear listed on the screen. It was on the fucking wall. I'm here for Raoul Cobbs. She nods and opens the door. Alright, go on in. Be quick about it. Whatever you do, don't rile up the other prisoners. Prisoner in the cell's twitching. His entire body seems to vibrate with barely contained energy. An acrid chemical smell hangs off him like a cloud. Some sort of aerosolized synthetic drug, most likely. Just being near the man is enough to make your heart start hammering in your chest. I've seen it! He gesticulates wildly, stomping his feet and thrusting his hands at the sky. I've seen what lies above. Yeah? What's up there? Another world! He lurches forward and slaps his palms onto his cell door. From where I perched, I could see them all! How interesting. Tell me more. He lowers his voice to whisper. Pulled me down from my rightful place, the place that I discovered. They foiled my ascendancy and locked me in a cage. But if you deliver my salvation, I can show you how to ascend as well. Let me guess. You need to get more of whatever it is that you're on. Something about your words seemed to calm him. The erratic, jittery quality of his voice suited itself out. That would work. Or cram or jazz. Any kind of stimulant would keep me high rolling. Can you hook a man up? Got nothing. Shame, my friend. A dismal shame. Please come back to me if you find my salvation. Any kind of stimulant will do. And no downers. Quaaludes give me hives. Prisoner in the cell smiles at you with a mouthful of gleaming white teeth. He steps forward and presses his face to the bars. You don't look like a cop. He sniffs the air, his nostrils flaring. Don't smell like one either. So what are you doing here? Just passing through. Oh, that's nice. But you stopped to talk to me, so you aren't just passing through. You want something. So go ahead and do it. Ask me something. Got nothing better to do. What are you in for? Bunch of things. I run the shadows for a living. You know the kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. The thing is, none of it's my fault. I'm the victim here. Oh, I'll bet. It's true, man. I'd be running the shadows in the first place if it weren't for the damn Yellow Lotus. I was a fighter. Good one. Made good money, had a stable of fans. I was making my way up in the world. And some pointy-headed red Pole sent his goons after me. Wanted me to throw a fight. Plates his chest. Nobu fucking Toshiro. Also, this is supposed to be Nobu Toshiro. Not to stereotype, but does not throw fights. Told him to get bent. We stepped to the ring, I beat their boy into a paste. Been into the run ever since. Well, if you want my opinion, you're lucky you're even alive. Maybe. But at least I'm not a pawn in some tried bastard's game. Pounds his chest with a closed fist. I'm nobody's puppet. Still got my pride. I gotta go. Hold some hands. Wait, hold up. You gotta get me out of here. How would I do that? Even if I could get your door open, you wouldn't make it out of the building. That's probably true. Licks his lips, nodding himself. You, gotta give me your visitor badge. I'll use it to get out, and I'll come back with help. Do you think the cops are gonna fall for that? Of course. You could say that I beat you up, took it away from you. They wouldn't bat an eye at that. Look, you gotta do this. Now give me the fucking badge. Later, Nobu. It's been a pleasure. Sam escapes both hands. You better hope and pray you never wind up in here with me, shitbird. I'll crack your skull open with my teeth. Disheveled-looking man in a ripped shirt and jacket lurches toward his cell door to approach. He reeks of stale sweat and pepper spray. Ew. You gotta get me out of here. Please, please, please get me out of the cell. Clutches the bars of his cell door, his knuckles whining as grip tightens. I can't go to prison. What are you in for? Misunderstanding, that's all it was. I didn't do anything wrong. What kind of misunderstanding are we talking about? I was just making a little money. What's wrong with that? I'll tell you what, nothing. How's the wall of his cell in open palm? Powers that be can't stand free enterprise, so they had their goon squad lock me away. Hong Kong is called the Free Enterprise Zone. It's right there in the name. Yeah, that's how that works. Sure, that's how it all works, right? You're damn right it is. The Executive Council's pro-business as long as it's their business. But if the little guy wants to get a taste, well, rattles the bars of the door again. I mean, you're correct. He's not wrong. Look at what happens. They have you arrested for crimes they're all guilty of 100 times over. They seize your business, they put you away. You still haven't told me what you actually did. What is it that they're guilty of 100 times over again? I produce entertainment content. Blood sports, mostly. Street brawls, troll-on-troll, bare-knuckle fights, drunk pounding each other in the dirt, laughs. Nothing any worse than what you can see in Urban Brawl any given Sunday. But I'm a little fish, not a big player like Horizon, so I get targeted by the corps, because if there's one thing they hate, it's competition. Now I'm locked in here. Pause for a moment. His grip on the bars tightens. The evidence they gathered from me, it's probably here on the station, maybe on a desk somewhere or a table. I overheard some of the cops talking out there. He doesn't go to the evidence room until they're finished writing up their paperwork. If you could find it for me and bring it back here and destroy it in front of me, you know, so that I can be sure it's gone, I'll pay you handsomely. I mean, without evidence, they'd have to let me go, right? I'll give you 1,000 new yen for the stick. Not bad for 5 minutes work. Sure, describe what I'm looking for. It's just a generic data stick. The thing is a red plastic case, black spiral pattern on it, at least sealed in evidence bag. Bring it to me and destroy it. I'll make it worth your while. Simple? Okay, you gotta be quiet about this. If you start shooting up the place to lock things down, I can't have that. I also need you to keep the stick in the evidence bag until you destroy it in front of me. Don't mess with it. Just bring me the whole package. I gotta know the stick has been destroyed. There haven't been any copies made. You do that, you get your money. And I get my freedom. Flash you a brilliant smile. Everybody goes home happy. I'll be back with the stick. Maybe. You know, or maybe not. Depends. Let's save again. Just 'cause I think we are going to end up shooting up this place. Oh, hi, security man. Constable frowns up at a quartet of wall-mounted mounted displays, each overflowing with spreadsheets and video feeds. The foreground of each display is dominated by a surfeit of warning pop-ups and Matrix-related error messages. The troll rattles off a command on her keypad. A moment later, a chiming sound rings out. Another half-dozen error messages open on each of the displays. Shaking her head, the troll turns away from the displays to face you. You lost? Something I can do to help you? We heard that your terminal was experiencing technical issues. Isn't that right, Iz? Red nods at Bob's in agreement. Oh yeah, that's what they told us, alright. Yeah, but... She stares at you, hands on her hips, frowning. You don't look like one of our regular techs. Just because we're strapped with military weapons? We're not regular techs. We're better. Outside contractors, get it? Just stay out of our way. We'll have your machine fixed in no time. She looks you up and down, half frown on her face. That's strange. I didn't hear about any contractors coming in. Maybe there's a reason why they're keeping out of the loop between you and me. Keep my eyes open if I were you. Yeah, maybe. Frown deepens. You do your thing. Fix the terminal. I'll stay here and make sure you do a good job. You sure? It's probably gonna be pretty boring. Not exactly a spectator sport. Positive. I'm the one who's ultimately responsible for this terminal. If you do something to break it, that's on me. Besides, if you do manage to fix it, I should be here to see how you did it. I'll be able to take care of it myself next time. There's gonna be some trial and error involved in this. Might take a while. Stares at you for a long moment and sighs. Yeah, alright. How long are we taking? Talking. Can't say yet, but if you clear out and let us get a go, it'll go a lot faster. We're gonna psych out for something. She turns to go. Okay. Just try to be as quick as you can, okay? Have Isabel jack in. We want Isabel to have... Wait, where's my... Oh, I guess there was only... Okay. Fusing, but... It's only showing the ones she or doesn't already have. So... Oh wait, no, she already has that one. Cancel. God darn it. I'm very confused. I definitely bought all those other ones, right? I'm pretty sure I did. Her deck is actually not that good. that's the sad thing. Oh boy. Okay. Oh dear. This is a lot. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Is this okay? I don't actually know. Probably not. Okay, I guess it is. Only gotta see with this one. Okay, okay. This one seems like it's okay. Okay. So when we come in here, how do we do this? Fuck. Thought I was going the other way. Oh boy. Okay. Read the chat log. Stations, internal communication stations, data analysis, matrix security. Hey, could you go with matrix access to the infirmary and the armory? I'm sick of using the biometric locks. They take forever. You know the regs, Mooey. We use the biometrics for a reason. Oh, come on. Everybody knows the matrix security guys bypass the biometrics all the time. Hell, I've watched you go up waltzing into the infirmary with a waiver PDA. No retinal scan, no thumb on the reader, nothing. ... So what's it gonna hurt for one guy from data analysis to do the same? You know me, I'm at least a trustworthy issue. Security clearance or no? ... I'll let you drive my 45776 Ti. Deal. Codes are attached to this chat. That's what I love about you, Ma. You can always be counted on to listen to reason. Save it. I'm gonna do indecent things to that beautiful rat of yours when we get out on the track. Oh, and Mooey, for the love of God that all this holy, delete this chat log. Nobody can know that I did this for you. Chat log comes to an end. I do love that that's a recurring thing. Open both the medical and armory doors. Well, that's fun. Always love being able to open an armory. Okay, so this is the one we killed. Oh god, please get me out of there. There we go. So this one just goes around there, this one goes around there. Okay, so we need to get over to here, it looks like. I mean, there could be something more over here, but I don't think so. We could actually go up one more, but I don't think I need to. I think I need to come down into here, probably. Oh, that's close. Okay. But yeah, when we go around again, let's suppose. Oh, hi. Of course. All of you. Well, we do have that problem, don't we? Alright, let's go here. Kill this guy. Not really helpful. Well, that's nice. Admit that. You're really gonna... Okay. Thought maybe you guys would. Nice. Okay. This is a bit tricky. It's about as fast as we could do that, though. So, I think that's fine. See if this is okay. Fuck! Oh my god. I kept trying to... I mean, I don't think this would actually be that bad to let it go, but I'm just so annoyed by the game completely ignoring what I, like, just... I was clicking... I think it was pretty obvious if you were watching what I was actually trying to do there, and, God, that was annoying as hell. This is why I hate these sections in this game. They're so bad. Hello. There it goes. Oh, that was so annoying. So yes. Oh, we can't go... What? No. Okay, we just specifically can't go there for whatever reason. Vacation, bud. That sounds exciting. Six, 5, 5. 9, 4, 1, 4. Okay. I don't know what that specifically does, but... I mean, obviously it turns off the cameras, but, like, I don't know what the dangers of the cameras are right now. 3, 4, 6, 6. 3, 3. 1, 5, 7, 7. 9, 9, 3, 2. Communications. Ooh. To find old administrative subroutines, you could use these to upgrade your security rating of the station's security system. Yes, please. Alright, is there anything else we would want to go to? The answer is no. Okay. Definitely want to save. That? Oh, event. Ooh. Me to put my drone in. Yay, RoboDoc. Go Robodoc! You're really shitty Robodoc. That's okay. Whoop. A bound suspect sits inside of the room. He's been handcuffed in his chair, and he's leaning forward, gulping for air. Red-faced, sweating HPF constable stands over him. His hands are bunched into fists. If either of them knows the drone in the room, they don't show it. Please! Suspect's voice comes out in a round gasp. He's fighting for air. Please, I'm only a street-level dealer. I already told you everything I know. Constable slams his fist in the bound man's stomach, cutting his sentence short. I know you're a nobody, but even nobodies have their uses. Punch the subject again. These bruises will send a message to your boss. You know the saying, show don't tell. Enough! My boss! He'll get the message! His fist pistons out again, catching the bound man in the sternum. Sorry, pal. It's nothing personal. The suspect's chest heaves as he struggles to suck in breath. The constable who's beating him leans to inspect his own worth, but then freezes. Slowly, he begins to turn. What the hell? His eyes go wide inside of the drone. He makes a grab for his comlink. Oh no. Oh no. This poor drone. It makes targets easier to hit. Okay. Oh, now they're... shoot. They're all active? So if I run out here... duck it. Really? Well, what is this on the secure briefcase? What's this? Enter a key code. You guys got a lot of damage. Well, this is really frustrating. Oh, they're the... okay. The alarm didn't go off until that point. That's interesting. I'm not clear on what the actual situation here is. I wish these games would load faster. That is like, they take a really long time to load for being games that don't have that much data. You know, it's on a grid. But, you know, technical debt and all that. Or not tech debt, but I guess just priorities, kind of. Like, you know, how much resources do you have to throw at things? What's acceptable? So... It's weird that you don't have the ability to, like... Oh, so all the people go... Okay. No, it is fine then. Okay, I was mostly looking at that guy, but that's where he is right now anyway. Well, these guys are already behind their desk, like... Okay, I'm gonna move Duncan out here, just to see what happens. Yeah, it's fine. I fucking... God damn it, robot. You're kind of garbage, robot. Yeah, it's weird you don't have the ability to just, like... put this back in. So, what do we do? Oh, it also leaves you only with one instead. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna make a new save right here, I guess. I mean, I guess what we do is... Okay, let's... I don't know. Let's test out whether shooting him turns everyone hostile or not. No. This is very funny. Okay, well this is good. Except that the robot's not... Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, now they're gonna attack me, right? Yes. Okay. So if you could kill him in one turn, which we cannot do with this robot. If we had Ractor, maybe we could. Yeah, okay. It's an annoying trial and error thing of like seeing what we can actually accomplish. So then the question I guess is, can we... I'm guessing even if we stun him, that doesn't... I mean, maybe we can stun him, but I don't think we can stun him for that long. Certainly not enough time to kill him. I think we're just fucked. Short of killing all the cops, which obviously we can do, but I would like to... I just kind of want to see the content of what the not killing people look like. And again, the killing people at this point is kind of tiresome. I'm ready to be playing a game that is not this. Also ready for the game to work. Hello, game. There it comes. Aw, Cat's being cute though. Cat's being cute. Oh, we're just fucked because we came in here on this turn. I think. Shit. Okay. Yeah, because this drone sucks. I mean, it wasn't meant for combat, to be fair, or it wasn't meant for actually killing people. It was meant to be I was like, oh, we can get a... Since I'm not going to have a good drone combat score, I just wanted it to be able to explore ducks like that. And I thought, well, if it's going to do anything in combat, it's going to be like healing people. That doesn't require high skill. So that's what I had to do. Also, I think it's very funny that the medical bots have mortars. They're not very good mortars. But, you know, it's a strange choice. Remember the one in Dragonfall, I think, had smoke grenades in it rather than flashbangs? That was cool. I don't remember what the smoke grenades did, though. How much this stream is loading. Alright, I don't know. Doesn't seem like we can really do anything there other than shoot everyone. With our current configuration, which is sad. Let's go upstairs. Maybe we can come back down. Elevator's access panel, blah blah blah. Looks like you're clear to go up. Remember, while you're there, you need to pick up the areas. You need to stick to the areas you've been granted access to, no further. Of course. Stepping into the hallways of the administrative level is like walking into an entirely different environment. It's much cooler in here. The burnt soy calf odor of the recycled air down below is nowhere to be found. The elevator door slides shut soundlessly behind you. A moment later, you hear the click of mag lock spinning shut. Oh, well. So far, so good. Didn't expect me to make it up here without setting off any alarms. That said, things are probably going to get a lot rougher from here on out. 5 will get you 10, then it's only a matter of time before we have to go loud. Oh, ye of little faith. I can talk my way out of anything. Let's hope you're right about that. Lead on, Cade. I'll be right behind you. We did not find... I don't know where that evidence was supposed to be. I don't think there was anything to interact with, so. But I also don't know what I would do with the money. This is locked. Is this not a door? I guess this is not a door. There's nothing down here? Okay, I guess this is literally the only thing to do. A burly constable glances up from his terminal with a start. A look of bewilderment on his face. Surprise quickly turns into annoyance, and his lips crease into a deep frown. Clears his throat, and his colleagues lower their hands to their weapons. You shouldn't be up here. This area is off limits to non-HKPF personnel. She did say to us to talk to Mia. I don't know what your deal is, but I'm here to talk with Mia? Brow furrows. An admin? Yeah. Finally, the constable half shrugs, jerks his thumb back over his shoulder. As soon as I open the door for you, you want to proceed through there. Mia's office is that way, through there, last door on the left. If you had evidence lockup, you gone too far. Don't go anywhere you haven't been clear to. Don't make me regret not sending a constable to escort you. Thanks. Knock-killed grunt is the only answer you get. Jesus. There is literally no other way to go. And all these fancy computers. I wonder if Mia and admin is actually going to be like... That's not... So literally we cannot go to Mia and admin because this is evidence lockup. By the look of things. I guess we have that. Unlock the door? That's it, I guess. Moment of truth. Let's get in there, find the evidence, and get the hell out. Stay cool. We got this. Drugs. Leave. Let's take some money. Take some more money. Let's take some project files. Project Zeta. Okay, I guess we don't get to take those files. Display filling with ghostly amber text. Hong Kong Police Force, Departmental Evidence Base, Aberdeen Station. Guess this is it. Whatever evidence Q and Lamb are looking for, it's got to be in there. Go on, Cade, search for something. Enter a search term. I don't know what to search. Volume in Drive C has no label! His computers have not changed in like 100 years. Wait a second. What the fuck? Leans into the screen staring. It's blank. There's nothing on this terminal. No files, no evidence, nothing. Someone must have known we were coming. It's a trap! That's it. We gotta cut and run it. We need to do it now. Agreed. We're out of here. Yep. Hi. Oh, hi. Traitorous dogs. Have fun getting murdered. Oh, they took away my shoot first button. Q recoils in surprise at the sight of you. You're alive. What the hell's going on here? You tell me, what are you doing here? Poor corporate lady. I guess she got tricked. So Crate's gonna walk in, and then we're all gonna have a fight, big boss fight. So they didn't trick us. I guess. Lost contact with you. Your body cam's cut out, and your condition monitor flatlined. You should be. Sentence trails to nothing. Her eyes narrow. The evidence. Did you find it? There was no dirt on Crate in that room, Q. No data files, no video, nothing. What have you walked us into? What the hell's going on? Here comes the supervillain monologue. Someone's playing us. Not just you, but me and Lamb. And that means they knew about the task force. Wait, Q. We don't know. Yes, we do, Lamb. Wake up. We're in trouble here. Ready your weapons, Cade. We're being fucked. I'll sigh. Yes, Q. You are. What? It was her? Him? Strange energies arc up from the ground, taking the wind from your lungs and strength from your legs. You crash to the floor like a sack of bricks, the impact sending bolts of pain from your knees up to your spine. Out of your peripheral vision, you see Senior Inspector Q go down, her lips curled back in agony. Your world dissolves into a sea of pain. Well, if we gotta work with a cop, at least we gotta work with a cool one. Lamb glances down at you, frowning. Sorry about this, Miss Wolf. If there were another way, I would have taken it. You know how it is. Nothing personal. Turns to Senior Inspector Q, a hint of a frown, tugging at the corners of his mouth. Looks into her staring eyes, reads the outraged betrayal on her face, and sighs. Believe it or not, I'm not doing this to hurt you either. I'm trying to fix things, but you're in too deep with Mitsuama to see that. I could try to explain it forever, but you never understand. Turns away, peering down the darkened hallway ahead of you. Come out now, Wallace. It worked. Wallace? Who the fuck is Wallace? A group of mages, cowled and armored, step forward from the shadows. Each is decked out in the colors and regalia of the Special Duties Unit. The man in the center of the pack pulls back his hood, revealing a familiar, pockmarked face. The face of the mage who interrogated you back when all this began. course it worked. It was my plan. Sneers down at Q. And there she is, the company woman herself. Got anything to say to yourself, Q? Any more edicts from Mitsuhama to deliver? What is going on? Is this... where's Crate? The scintillating energy that wraps around Q's body tightens and intensifies, holding her fast. She doesn't make a sound. His lips curls into a smug grin. Didn't think so. Lamb frowns at the mage. Quit gloating, Q. I brought her here because she's a threat to what we're trying to accomplish, but she's still worthy of respect. Did Crate fill you in on what happens next? Rolls his eyes. Of course she did. Strip everything that Mitsuhama and the Executive Council's task force know about our operation from Q's mind via magical interrogation. Then she suffers an accident. Nods his head to you. And your pet Shadowrunner takes the fall for it. Then it's not an accident, Goo. That's a murder. Okay, that sounds about right. Crate also said that pockmarked mage butts in, cutting him off. Remember who you're talking to, Golden Boy. I recruited you into this organization. I don't need instructions from you. Reach for your weapon. You struggle to draw your weapon, willing your body to respond. Your muscles refuse to cooperate. Crackling red glow from the floor flares up and intensifies, pulsating like a living thing. You'd think this would be a thing that people would do more often if it's possible. Q jerks his head in your direction. Look, the poor fool's trying to move. You've been stared to your essence, asshole. You belong to us now. Essence, huh? So what would happen if Raptor was here? Would Raptor just, like, send Koshai to go to town on these fools? That would be pretty entertaining. Even if it would be validating him too much. Don't try to fight it, Cade, Wolf. Only hurt yourself. We all know what has to happen here, but there's no reason why it can't be quick and painless. Just look at Fiona. She isn't struggling. She's accepted it. Or is she? As Q stares at Q. Jesus. QE? I'm just hoping it's Q. The smile on his face slowly dies. A look of confusion replaces it. He takes a hesitant step forward, staring. What? Has something gone wrong? What is it? Your partner. I can't read her aura at all. Frown deepens. It's strange. It's like there's nothing there. Turns to look at her, blinking. What are you saying? How could she have no aura? Oh boy. You feel the heat welling around yourself before you can see the coalescing energy. It hits you like the exhaust from a blast furnace. And then all at once, Q begins to move, and the energy that ties you down evaporates. Oh, okay. Sure. Did she just murder him? Oh, yeah. Oh, what is... Okay, let's look at her stats. She may be a cop, but... It's 100. It's a lot of hit points. 7 with a pistol, that's pretty good. Spellcasting, 8. Body, 10. Yeah, she has max hit points. Charisma, holy shit! So she's an ace, pistolier, mage, and conjurer. I guess she has about as many points as I do, maybe? But way less than they do. Well... Gobbet's not that far off. Okay. So she's not, like, ridiculous. The last of the mages tumbles to the ground, crashing into the linoleum in a bloody heap. Q glowers down at Lamb, her expression clouded with betrayal. Didn't think it would be you, Lamb. Voice like the snarl of a wounded animal, full of rage and injured pride. Q's betrayal doesn't surprise me. It's you. You had me fooled. Lamb stares up at Q, wide-eyed and unblinking. The entire left half of his torso is charred, carbonized. The synthetic fibers of his suit had melted and fused with the burnt flesh, causing the wounds to look disturbingly slick. He doesn't scream, he just stares. Is he not dead? He seems pretty dead. Oh god! Oh, that's a lot. How? That's all he's able to croak out. His voice is weak, but you don't detect any pain in it. Just confusion. Q fishes an object from under the neck of her blouse, a slender talisman on a silver chain. Gift from Mitsuhama Corporate. Provides protection, but more importantly, it masks my aura. Keeps treacherous little fucks like you from learning what they're up to, what up against until it's too late. Quit lecturing the bastard and kill him already. No, not yet. He's obviously getting paid by the same people who's bankrolling Crate, and we need to know who that is. Or he's getting paid by Crate, so he doesn't know who it is. Lamb struggles to rise to his feet, but his body won't cooperate. Lightning-seared flesh cracks open with the movement, and he finally begins to scream. Oh, and it is too late for you, Lamb. There's no scenario where you get out of this room alive. She touches thumb and forefinger to her temple and closes her eyes. But before you die, I'm going to go digging in your memories. You really should be unconscious for this, but we're running short of time. You were the mage I couldn't see. You tore up my mind while I was passed out. She growls out an answer without opening her eyes. Later. I'm busy. Lamb screams intensify, growing in volume and pitch. Blood streams from his nostrils and he begins beating his head against the ground. Great. Q closes the fingers of her left hand into a fist and the dying man's muscles seize. For a torturous second his back arches up off the floor and then he goes limp. She opens her eyes, takes a deep breath. Son of a bitch. Well, if you learned anything useful, spit it out. We need to get moving. There's nothing in the evidence logger, just like you said, and Lamb knew that there wouldn't be from the beginning. The mission was over before it started. So he was on Crate's payroll, right? Does his PDA have some answers? Good thought. Grab it and we'll check it when, or if, we get out of here. She tucks her pendant back under her blouse. The chain that holds it glistens like quicksilver on her skin. Between the PDA and what I pulled from Lamb, we may find some answers after all. I want to talk to her. We can't save in dialogue, can we? Okay, I guess we have a save relatively close to this. Because I feel like, obviously, we should just get going. And we could talk about them later, someplace safe. For now, I want to get the hell out of the station. Right with you there. She points still at the door at the command center that you walked through on your way in. That way, back the way we came. That's our way out. We need to find our way out of here and back to Captain Jomo. And we have to do it before the SDU cornices up here. Let's go. Hi. Well, they're all gone. Well, that seems bad. So are we going to get a monologue from Crate? Q types a rapid-fire series of commands in the terminal's keypad. A moment later, the system's ring of integrated holoprojectors hums to life and a shimmering column of light appears above the machine. Mitsuhama command codes still work. Taking the system out of standby mode and powered everything back up on this floor. She cracks her knuckles. Let's see what we're up against. As Q's fingers fly over the keyboard, a cascade of information flows onto the holo display. Countless windows, charts, and spreadsheets blossom into existence like ephemeral, ghostly flowers, hovering for a few seconds before winking away. The senior inspector's gaze fills from window to window, and the confidence on her face slowly dies. Well, that inspires confidence. She pulls back her cheeks, slowly draining color. Oh, shit. More good news, I take it. Not exactly. Looks like Crate and her people had a contingency plan, something to spring on us just in case their mole dropped the ball. Keep talking. SDU has the building surrounded. All the land exits are covered, they've got us completely locked out of the elevator, and they've got boats coming in to cover the harbor. Bastards have also dispatched an HTR team to dig us out. They're already in the building, heading to this location. Getting back to Jomo is sounding pretty good to me right now. Please tell me you've got an exit strategy. Working on it. They denied us access to every conceivable route off this level, but I might be able to bypass one of the lower security locks. Her fingers fly over the keyboard and the menus on the hall display flicker and whirl. I guess she's also a good hacker. I don't think that was in there, but... Yeah, that should work. There's a flight of stairs around the back. It'll take us all the way down to the motor pool. I can try to force the lock, but it's going to take time. She slams her fist to the keyboard. Fuck! I've been booted from the system. Did you get us access to the stairs? No. I'll have to find the panel and do it manually. Listen, Cade, Wolf. I was able to unlock the main door to this command center, but it won't stay that way for long. On-site security has initiated a protocol to seal us in here just before they booted me. We've got a couple of minutes, maybe less, before the locks re-engage, and we wind up trapped in here. And then we're fish in a barrel, right? We better clear out. I was able to open a matrix port in this terminal. There might be something in there that can help us. If you want to search the system, it might be worth the risk. Otherwise, just clear out this room before we get sealed inside. Iz, you're up. Hit their system while we hold down the fort here, but don't take long. She begins unslinging her side back from her shoulder. Don't worry about me, I'm on it. There are a couple of training rooms with powered down turrets on the other side of the doorway just beyond this room. Might be a decent place to make a stand, especially if you can get those guns up and running again. After we've handled whatever hostiles Crate throws at us, I'll crack the door and get the staircase open. Climb down to the motor pool, and from there we can make our way to Jomo on foot. Motor pool sounds risky. Too many cops going in and out. Could there be another way out? We can check that after the bullets stop flying. For now, let's concentrate on taking out the people with guns who are about to try to kill us. You hear a loud crash down the hall, followed by the thunderous clamor of heavy footsteps. Armored troops approaching from your front and sides. Q hooks her hands into a spellcasting posture. Get ready, Cade. Here they come. Alright. Fun times. Okay. Rounds until the command center is sealed. 5. That's good to know. Yeah, the thing about it is, well, she does come with programs, which is useful. The game did save here, so that's good. Okay, I'm already in cover, so that's nice. Great. Not great, sorry. Oh, look at that guy! Look at that big man. Her abilities double tap, chain shot. Uh-oh. Well, she has line of sight block. Chain lightning 2. Dual aim. Oh, that seems good. Go that is actually okay. I guess there is probably fine. Use the sniper rifle. Yeah. Oh yes, please. You guys got a lot of armor. Probably kill this guy first. Yep. Nice. Nice. Holy shit! Good. Good. Excellent. That's fine. Whatever. Let this guy run in with his fucking baton. Oh, he's really going. He's zooming. All right. So we gotta save for our. Activate the training courses. Okay. So that'll be over there. Okay. Nope. To go. Oh, fucking hell. Of course there is. A bunch of them. Already accessible at panel with PDA. Already accessible at panel with PDA. Does that mean there's no point in going in here? Unclear. Oh! Didn't know we could do that. That seems good. Nice. Okay, that's good. I think we need to go to here-ish. I think I need this. Please. Really? Oh, God. That's awful. Okay. It is both of those. God damn it. Okay, we are reloading. Yes. Okay, is there another one here then? It's not that one. There must be, right? Just gonna look at, see what we can see. Okay, there's one over there and there's one there. Alright. You gotta be fucking kidding me. They really love doing this too. Okay. Okay. We made it to 1. Let's save. 'Cause who knows? Of course. And of course. Where's the guy? Oh, here he is. Hi. Is there anyone there? Duncan, I feel like you can just shred this fucker. Okay. Oh yeah, he is dead. Alright. Armory door. Go open the armory. Okay, these are let's see. Oh my god. Duncan, have some fun. Oh. I don't know that I care about that. Oh! That's true. She doesn't have any equipment. Can you go in and do, oh my good fucking god. I mean, no one can use it. Okay, what does this even fall under? Is this a stat? I don't know. Yeah, what does that fall under? Alright, let me look up. See if I can see. Minigun. I guess it's called like the Panther or something. Panther assault cannon, yeah. Unfortunately, this mission is the only thing that comes up on. Okay. The one in the first game... Oh, that's the one in Dragonfall. Okay. The one in Dragonfall counts as a rifle. Well, that's my question. Basically, should Duncan take it? You can take that then, I guess. You're not going to use it, just in case we need it. New Ares assault rifle model. fired in singular aim shot. Yeah, that one we don't want. I don't actually know if Duncan can use the minigun, actually. That's a good point. Oh, I should, I guess. How many rounds do we have? 4. Oh, there we go. Jesus. Oh, there are more enemies coming, I guess. Oh, they're over there. Okay. Oh yeah, that's where those turrets are that we need to turn on. Okay. Okay. Wait, why am I... Okay, that's fine. And that thing is almost certainly gonna see me. Okay, that's the one. Okay, that's good. I need this to hit as well. Good. Go! Jesus. I wasn't moving. Motor pooled charging system or secure floor camera controls. These don't seem all that relevant, to be honest. Six, 8, 4, 3. 5, 6, 5, 8. Okay, I don't really know what that does, but... 8, 5, 3, 9. Like, this part's really easy, so I don't really get it. I don't know what that did, but we did it, so... Okay, so the other one's over there. That's a nightmare to get to. I don't even know how to approach this. Fuck. Well, I was actually getting close. Yeah, these things are surprisingly hard to hit. Especially if that sees me. Okay, it didn't. Okay, let's just hide here. Alright. Okay, there we go. So we do have to get out of here soon, but... I don't know which way that one's going. Do this, unfortunately. Ugh. Don't like that. What? Oh, it's black ice, I guess. Let's get back in cover. I don't know why it appeared over there, but sure. Oh my god, there's... Holy shit, I had no idea. I thought we were picking up both of the things, like, that were right next to each other. I didn't realize each thing was actually two. Oops. That's absurd. It's really good. Shotguns I don't think we need. We don't have anyone to use the shotgun. So he can apparently use the minigun. So that's fun. Oh, I guess we can use these for instead of... Really? Guys here. We're gonna have to book it soon. Like next turn. Oh, what? Are you really not in cover? How is that flanking? What the fuck? Oh, there's another one of those guys. Oh, there's many guys. There are many people. That looks like a grenadier. These are all mages.
Oh no, my poor spirit.
Okay. Oh, it's so annoying. Go. Wow, apparently. Oh, that's from the... Sure. That makes sense. Oh, there's one back there. Fuck. I didn't realize there's one back there. I do need to move then. And I currently cannot. Like if I move through here... Oh, that's really annoying. If I had a way to instruct which way I was going, then that would be fine. Ish. Oh god, really? Dear. We have to move, and I don't know where we're gonna go. Can we turn this on with this? Activate the turrets. Okay. Oh, you just disappeared. Great. Jesus. Fucking hell. And I can't see these guys. Alright, we're going in. We gotta start moving. Can I not see it? Oh, it's so annoying. I can't see anything, apparently. How are you? Yeah, no, you're totally in cover. You just... I mean, she has a ton of health, so... It's not that big of a deal, but... Isabel has to get out. Shit. She's just gonna have to be running out. Holy shit. It's a lot of enemies for one. Yeah, the AP penalty really hurts. things have woken up, which is interesting. Okay. It's really not dead. Okay. No! Fuck! Oh my god, that's infuriating as hell. Especially if it dumps me on it. Okay, don't dump me out, don't dump me out. Okay. We're good. Maybe. What? Two, 5, 7, 8. Okay. Interesting. We are good. Isabel, it is time for you to run. Everyone, it's time for everyone else to run as well. Duncan. Wait, it's only single shot? Why is it only single shot? Holy shit, though. Oh, they're online now. Shit. Alright. Need to do that. Okay, well, Gobbit can run in here. Take control of this fucking spirit. No? Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Really, Gobbit? How? How is line of sight blocked? What the fuck, game? You have... Is she too tall to see through the door? What the fucking fuck? That is fucking bullshit. Oh, poor Isabel. Oh, grenades. Alright, that's as bad as it could be. That's also not as bad as it could be. That's great. Okay, poor Isabel. Oh, she didn't get attacked yet. That's... These are all fine, to be honest. Considering the situation. Oh my god, there's so many people. Yeah, shoot the inactive drone, please. Spend lots of damage on that. Yep, great. Lovely. Oh my god, there's so many people! Why are there so many people and they really want to kill this drone? Okay, all the turrets are firing at the spirit, which is worthless. Finally! Okay, you need to murder this guy. Oh, so yeah, this is not a minigun. This is a fucking, like... I have no idea what it is. It is a cannon. Oh my god, he missed. Oh, he's also not dead somehow. I need to... Okay, we'll wait on that. I would like to move, but I would also like... So, Gob's just gonna have to hang in there. Oh right, I forgot about that. Oh, he's not in, oh, that's interesting. Okay, you need to run away. Great. I guess what we need is we need to deal with this guy somehow, but I don't really have a way to do that. So, Jesus, really? We're gonna get grenaded to hell this way, but it's fine. Oh shit, I was gonna move. Oh no, it still hasn't moved. Okay, good. Here you go, buddy. I'm gonna move here. Isabel's gonna move here. And Gobbet's just kind of fucked, but it's fine. Blow up my robot. Get another fucking robot. Oh my god, there's more! They just keep coming! What the fuck? Also, they really want to kill this robot. I don't know why the robot's the priority, but... Oh, that's good. So... We've basically activated them. We do have to eliminate them. That is like our current objective. That's what I thought. Which is kind of wild. I think that would not be true, but it looks like it is. Okay. Oh, it takes 2 rounds to, or 2 actions to reload it. Holy shit. I think we need to grenade these people and really hope that it's these guys are not. Also, well, that's my robot. Oh, the robot's gonna die. I don't know if grenades are on 2. Okay. I would say that's pretty good. I would say that's pretty good as well. Oddly, we actually need to do that. To actually move that thing. Not sure where you're gonna move. Okay, fire one of these guys. That's good. And retreat here. Okay, there's still some guys over here, unfortunately. Oh, you have another action. I didn't realize you had another action. Good. Great. That's fantastic. Got it. Alright, it's your turn, buddy. What are we gonna do? We got this guy to kill, but we don't need to kill him. I want to kill this guy. Great. We want to... we got the two actions. I think we might want to just reload this thing. We're in a decent place right now. Well, the alternative is we shoot this guy. Combat mage, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. That's pretty good. Oh, I don't think that would reach him. That's great. Really? He's not dead? Alright, there we go. Now he's dead. Well, he should be dead. I don't know why he's standing up still. What the fuck did Delta find at the 1 AP there? Oh, another spirit for me to grab. That's fine. Yeah, bullet turrets. That's fine. That's a bad grenade. But at least it was a flashbang. Oh, healed 28 HP. Man. Alright. Well, these guns all deal. Oh, because they're the non-lethal guns, I guess. Yeah, I am out of AP. Gobbet is also apparently out of AP, but not. Missed a 99% shot. She missed again. That's clearly not a 99% shot. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Why didn't... oh right, when it kills it doesn't jump, which is really annoying. Okay. And this guy somehow... wait, he has 17 HP, but his thing is empty. What the hell? Can I mercy kill this guy? No, he's at -17. Why is he not dead? Okay, I'm just gonna leave that. I don't know what's happening there. Guy's not quite dead. I don't know why this only has... oh, because it's -2? Oh, but it broke. It escaped. That's bad. It's not that bad. It's still hostile to everyone. Ouch! 5 damage, but -2 AP. God, everything's doing AP damage. I don't know why. Oh my god! More fucking AP! I don't even know what that was shooting at. Oh, my thingy died, so that's great. Wait, this guy's still here. And again, at minus 17 HP. Seems like a problem. Nice 52 damage is very what I like to see. Let's just try and murder this guy. Not murder him. Did you grab this thing? You did grab it already. Okay, yes, let's try and... Okay, there we go. I was really worried he was gonna start just acting. It's like the Deus Ex bug, which I guess would be fitting to have in this game, but not something I want to see. Anybody need healing? You're wounded by 14. We also damage our turret more, which might be bad. Oh, that was actually pretty good. How are you guys out of line of sight? That's very strange. So who is out here? A conjurer, a captain, a shock trooper, mage. It's 3 to even get over there. Let's not do that. Let's fuck this guy up, I guess. Let's give this to you, I guess. Alright, he wants to run away despite being melee, so that's good. That's great. That's great. Keep firing at anything that's not me. Or miss me, that's also good. Alright, what's the mage gonna do? He's broken the armor of the almost dead turret, but the turret just fucking shot him in the face. So that's good. Oh, that's fantastic. There's actually very little guys left, so that's great. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, it didn't jump. That's fine. It wasn't close enough. It really seems like it should be close enough. Oh, that one jumped, but it missed. I don't have any abilities, so let's... East Duncan. This might be the turn to reload this. Jesus, Duncan. You can't miss with this gun. I mean, when it hits, though, it's good shit. Oh, it's real good shit. Blowing up my own turret, but it's fine. That's good. Oh, you're not even using your other gun, the good gun. still here? Are they like... Are there not guy? Oh, there's a guy over there. Alright. Missed. Great. You know what? Just shoot it with the big gun that you don't know how to use. Wait, what? Who's that? What? Oh! The fuck? Okay, I guess there was a guy there. He's gonna grenade us all. Well, at least he grenaded this guy as well. 60. Okay, I guess we're shooting this guy. God, that does not get old. It's really funny. That's nice. Alright. Complete our objective. We're gonna go over, I think, and activate the other turrets. This appears to be the last guy. Wait, where did he go? Oh. Okay, yeah, there's something bugged with this map. Because this is when Gava was standing here and she did not have line of sight to the target here. And that must be because there's something weird with the line of sight that's fucked up here. So, let's reload this gun. Who is least important? I guess you. Oh my god, we still can't... Okay, we're just gonna have to, like... do this. Oh, I guess we lost control of that thing. But now it's back, so it's fine. Here we go. We did it! Probably replace one of these because honestly, she's never going to use 5 grenades. What's the objective now? Get to a door panel. Okay. Do that. I'm a little annoyed that we don't go into combat here, but it's fine, I guess. Oh, is there one over there? Oh, there's one over here. What's wrong with this one? I think this door leads to the building's rooftop access staircase. You probably get the panel unlocked, but unless you got a key code to use it, it won't do any good. Or should we hit up the motor pool? Building's rooftop staircase. We have a motor pool charging system password. We don't have anything else. Okay. So, I mean, assume there's a way to do that, but I don't know what it is. Run, Isabel! We're gonna run you like... What's all over here? Oh, really? That's cool, I guess. Sure, I'll leave the stash. I can at least sell them if nothing else. I mean, assuming there is a post mission, which, or you know, I think there's a post mission, but whether there's a thing that you actually care about to use it on, probably not. Got some breathing room. I'll do what I can to get us access to this door panel. Just leans in, studying the panel, then enters a series of key code commands. After a few moments, you hear an audible click. There we go. Staircase unlocked. Do me a favor and take a point. I think that I sucked up some drain busting us out of that trap. My head is spinning. But not mechanically. You gonna be alright? I'm fine. Just lead the way. I've got your back. Alright. It's fine. Enormous. I guess, yeah, we should, like, reload everything. I think that all resets anyway, but just in case. Zero to reload. That's cool. That's pretty sweet. It's coming for us. It's gonna shoot some turrets. Ah, angry spirit. Duncan could use some healing, I suppose, but... Alright, we're getting there. We're almost there. Still gotta have a big fight with Crate. Presumably, possibly in the motor pool. Who knows? Also, where are we gonna go when we get out? Also, what was the point of all this? We still don't know, I guess. Like, what was the point? The sound of gunfire echoes through the halls behind you. You press forward, a sea of blood and corpses in your wake. So far, so good. Now all you need to contend with is a police station overflowing with SDU officers, all of whom want you dead. The motor pool seems like the best way out. Plenty of cover, and a straight exit to the docks where Jomo is waiting to extract you. Q is deathly silent as you descend toward the motor pool, her eyes narrowed to slits. As the door swings open and you step out into the light, you steel yourself for whatever comes next. She was already a corporate mercenary. I don't know that she should really be that bothered by it. But there are a lot more cops. Okay, so we got some decent cover here. We got a charging system. I don't know what this does. Does it fry people? Does it turns these on? Seems like that might be what it does. fuck off. That's still on cooldown, I guess. Oh, he still has his bonus anyway, I guess. Wow, really? Alright, I'll swap to this for right now. Duncan's health at 50 out of 85. Okay. I'm gonna go here and I am gonna heal him. Just don't really have better things to do. Guys throwing I guess I should have used the rifle. Alright, let's see what these guys do. Throw a grenade, yeah. Figured that was coming. Whoa, God. Oh, shit. Oh, no. God damn it. That's bad. That's awful. I didn't think I thought it would fucking disable the thing. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Oh, we're some of us are still fucked up here, but does that work? No. It actually it was actually the worst. Well, that's bad. Stop. Oh no. Stop it. Please stop. Just let it go. Alright, we're just gonna try. Oh. Got confused, I guess. So are there going to be more guys coming out of the Dolber? Is that, should I have moved up? very lanky. What is the password? Powerful links. Search for the system for something you can use. Units of sift. A few minutes is enough to convince you of two things. One, the providers of the system value flexibility over security, and two, the firmware itself was way more powerful than the type of land user would need. With a few sections of this engagement, a few safeties, you probably melt the entire grid down. Do it from a distance if you routed control to your PDA first. Yes, please. In theory, you should be able to overload the motor pool's charging units to touch of a button. Okay. Who gets that ability? Oh, I see. Interesting. Oh my god, it just keeps going. Honestly, just reload that fucking thing. You can move. Oh, you can move even farther. Oh, that's fine. You're loaded. Okay, that is the edge of it. It's all fine. Oh, it's all the way down there. There's a lot of cars here. I'm surprised that there's not more people, but I guess they're coming. I mean, we still have to fight over a fight with Crate. There's no way that this does not end with a gunfight with her and shooting her. She's so lanky. Oh, we see someone? Oh, there we go. Okay, we saw someone. Well, that worked. Oh, there's another person. Okay, we killed the one. There is another one. Let's get to like here. Oh wait, can we miss? Oh, we can't overload these. Okay, I guess because they're not plugged in. Doesn't make sense. I do appreciate how gangly she is a lot. Okay. Okay, good. Great. Oh, there's another guy. More mages. Oh, more people from over there. Reinforcements. Alright. Well, those guys, we're gonna blow up, right? That's what we gotta do. This guy, we might also be blowing up. Holy shit. Alright, that's pretty good. Oh, that didn't hurt that guy? Moving close enough? Alright, that guy was close enough. Okay, I suppose. Like a powder keg achievement. Blow up a police vehicle. Cool. Certainly did. Yeah, I should line of sight. You have line of sight to just to both of these guys, actually. Interesting. Alright, that's great. I'm worried about her if I blow this up. There we go. Really? 50%? Oh, my poor, forget that I could do this. Hey, we actually did it. Nice. Nice, Isabel! Very good! Okay, more guys coming. Can't blow these cars up anymore, though. Wow, he's just really running all the way in, isn't he? I mean, we might as well try. I don't think this is close enough, though. I stand corrected. Well, that was very good. That was very good. Holy shit. Really? Line of sight blocked? Fuck off. So we can just leave, right? Yeah. Okay, so I mean, we wanna basically just keep moving down here. where he wants to go. Okay, Duncan. Get down here. That's fine. We get that. The pirate beams a brilliant smile at you. Ah, you return! And lovely Senior Inspector Q is with you. Ready to go, my friend? Get us the hell out of here. There are patrol boats on the way. Throws back his head and laughs. Marine region patrol pigs swallow like pigs in shit. We'll run circles around them. Get to it then. Go! Jomo offers her a mocking half bow, leans into the drunken mistake, and pushes a button. The entire boat begins to vibrate as the craft's engines roar to life. Best climb in and buckle yourselves down then. This will be a bumpy ride. We haven't had our showdown. Okay. Water lashes your faces as Jomo opens the drunken mistake's throttle. The boat bounces over the surface of the water like a skipping stone, half jolting you out of your seat every time it splashes down. Jomo's voice roars out of the din in sing-song cadence, joyously barking out a song in Indonesian. He pumps his fist in the air, vigorously swinging some imaginary object overhead. Well, he sounds happy. Jomo is happy. You must all join in celebrating his triumph. Our pursuers are shaken, thrown from our trail like a bucket of piss from a poor man's window. And now your glorious Capitan will have you back to your impound yard, where you must feast and drink to his success. Q holds up a hand. Wait. The impound yard is compromised. Crate's might even have it surrounded already. We can't go back there. She's right. Lamb was a mole, part of Crate's conspiracy. They're gonna know everything that he did. But again, it's not that he was a mole, it's he was literally running a fake investigation for them. I mean, I guess it was, I want to know what this, if there's a better explanation for what they were doing. Jomo nods, a grave look on his face. I know a place, somewhere that the HKPF cannot approach by land, air, or sea. Jomo will take you there, and then he will try very hard to talk his way out of suffering the consequences. Ooh. A pirate harbor? Pirate harbor? Look at those cats. The drunken mistake's turbocharged motors churn through the open water, leaving a trail of frothy sea behind you. The Aberdeen doors quickly recede into the distance, and Jomo powers you steadily deeper into international waters. In the back of the boat, Q stands alone, one hand cupped over her ear, shouting into her comlink. You can't make out what she's saying over the roar of the drunken mistake's engines, but from the expression on her face, it isn't going well. Jomo throttles down the engines, nervously staring into the water just beyond the speedboat's hull. You soon discover why. Sea mines. With careful precision, the pirate steers the nimble craft around them, aided only by his skill and a handful of Indonesian curses. As Jomo pilots you through the minefield, a jagged shape in the distance begins to grow larger. It's huge, a slab-like ship surrounded by a number of smaller vessels. Grinning, the pirate... Really? Really, game? Oh, hi guys. You're here somehow. Step onto a converted barge with unsteady legs. The deck rocks with the rolling motion of the waves, and you can hear the slap of water against the hull beneath your feet. The air here is permeated with smells of engine oil and diesel fumes, all intermixed with the sweat of sailors and the sweet aroma of roasting amberjack. Welcome aboard the Benteng, a jewel of the Loa Loho Joa Fleet flashed a brilliant smile. You'll be safe here, safer than you were in the impound yard, in Yoi or at your mother's teat. Nothing enters these waters without Captain Thomas' permission. Crater people don't need to enter the water to hurt us. They have aircraft and drones at their disposal. Aho, and this worries you? Take it from me, Cade Wolf. It shouldn't. Jomo swings his arm out in a grand sweeping gesture. Look around you. See for yourself. In the distance, a cluster of enormous guns rise above the Benteng's deck. Heavy artillery coupled with a group of old model Ares CWIS systems. Millions of new yen's worth of restricted military hardware, all mounted to a creaking barge with the resale value of a mid-range sedan. The seabed beneath your feet is littered with the carcasses of countless drones and aircraft. He pumps his arms excitedly, miming the action of a cannon firing on an airborne target. They all met their doom to the roar of the Benteng's mighty guns. Sheets of flying lead tore wings from fuselages, ripped through cockpits, shredded parachutes to tattered rags. And the waters that she protects are no safer for our enemies. Envision the seabed far beneath your feet. Sweeps his arm low toward the waves on the far horizon. New life springs from the bones of patrol craft. Coral of 1,000 hues sprouting like wheat from the bloated bodies of those fools who have dared to trespass here. Our minds make short work of those who approach by sea. An elvish crewman steps forward and claps a hand onto the orc's shoulder. His voice comes out in a breathy rumble. Jomo speaks the truth, Shadowrunner. Nothing can approach this ship and live. Your guns are impressive, but that is a pretty big claim. Believe what you like, but I wouldn't question the Benteng's capabilities in front of the captain if I were you. She's waiting for you, by the way. In your place, I would not keep her waiting long. What about my crew? They'll wait for you in that rusted hulk you call a home. The one that corporate people towed here. He jerks a thumb over his shoulder. It's over there. The bolt hole is here? But she isn't seaworthy. How did you... I made some calls. Kira rubs her temples, squinting. She looks exhausted. Amazing how much freight you can move with a tugboat and a couple of industrial lifting airframes. It must be nice being able to call in favors from a megacorp on a whim. Again, Duncan, you were a corporate cop. It didn't happen on a whim, believe me. My relationship with corporate is beyond strained at the moment. You can talk with your friends later. Now go to Utama and be quick about it. I tell you this for your own good. He's right. Wait for me at the bolt hole. We'll catch up after I'm done with the tour. As you say, my friend. Taps the cigarette out of the pack in his breast pocket. I shall inspect the bolt hole and see if anything was damaged during transit. You were in the bolt hole during transit! Jomo gives you a nod. Q, Cade, you're with me. We have a captain to meet. Okay, I think that we will save the game here, since this seems pretty clearly... I wonder how long this campaign actually is. I'm glad that Q is with us. I hope she stays with us. She's neat. Wait, why does her... What happened to her stats? Why are her stats suddenly much... like, what? Oh, and Jomo's also with us. Okay, so... Oh, he has the same as her. So this is just, like, NPC stats that they didn't assign. Why do they have chi casting? Unless this is supposed to actually be Jomo's. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we gotta keep going. This is not, obviously not the end. I don't know how long this bonus campaign is. I mean, maybe we'll get a sense of it next week. If there's gonna be, is there gonna be more side missions, or is it, I don't know. We'll see. This is a lot, though. That was a lot of combat, and there could have been a lot more combat. Yeah. So yeah, we'll come back to this next week. I I have not updated the schedule, so the schedule's not very useful. Unfortunately. Yeah, but I will be, so if you watch my stream, you notice that I've not streamed Pathologic very much, and that's because it's hard to stream Pathologic. I mean, Pathologic is just a very stressful game, and I really like it. I really think it's a great, important game, but it's really hard to stream on a Friday night after work. So I'm gonna move Pathologic to Saturdays, and we finished Sam & Max Season 1 this weekend. So we're gonna play a new game on Friday. But I haven't decided what that is, which is why the schedule hasn't been updated. So when I decide what that is, then I will update the schedule. I've got my big list. I just had to go over it and just make a decision. Yeah, so you can follow for notifications when I go live. You can sub for Emotes of My Cats. I appreciate everybody who hangs out and chats. It's a lot of fun for me. I hope it is fun for you. And I hope you join me again in the future. Bye.